The American Nightmare just accepted help from his worst enemy, and the WWE Universe is asking the same question. Is Cody Rhodes turning heel? February 13th, 2026, Dallas, Texas, American Airlines Center. 3 men, 1 spot in the Elimination Chamber, and a finish nobody saw coming. Sami Zayn had just done the unthinkable. He'd leveled Drew McIntyre, the WWE Champion, the man who's made Sami's life a living nightmare, with a hell of a kick that echoed through the arena. McIntyre was down. The crowd was roaring. This was Sami's moment. Finally. And then Cody Rhodes hit him from behind. Crossroads. 1, 2, 3. It's over. But here's what's eating at everyone. Here's what kept me up last night. Here's why the internet exploded after SmackDown went off the air. Cody Rhodes knew what Drew McIntyre was trying to do. Let me paint you the picture. This match was absolute chaos from the jump. Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf, was a force of nature. Moonsaults, suicide dives. He had Sami Zayn dead to rights. The pin was academic. And then Drew McIntyre slides into the ring and claymores Fatu into next week. But Drew didn't stop there. He powerbombed Fatu through the announce table. Then he turned his attention to Cody. Claymore. Rhodes goes down, and here's where it gets interesting. McIntyre literally drags Sami Zayn's unconscious body over onto Cody Rhodes for the pin. Drew McIntyre was trying to make Sami Zayn win this match. Think about that. The WWE Champion, the man who has Sami's number, the guy who's beaten Zayn 11 straight times. He wanted Sami to qualify for the chamber. Why? Because Drew knows he can beat Sami Zayn. He's got Sami's soul in a lockbox. But Cody Rhodes? That's the rematch he's been trying to avoid since the second he won that title. Cody kicks out at 2. Of course he does. He's Cody Rhodes. But then Sami, running on pure instinct, pure frustration, pure rage at Drew McIntyre for trying to manipulate this match, Sami hits Drew with the hell of a kick. McIntyre crumples. The crowd loses their minds, and Sami turns around, exhausted, looking to finish this match on his terms. That's when Cody struck. Listen, I've watched this finish 17 times since Thursday night, frame by frame. And here's what I can't shake. Cody Rhodes had time. He had time to process what was happening. He watched Drew McIntyre interfere. He watched Drew try to gift Sami Zayn this victory. He understood the game being played. And the second Sami took Drew out, Cody capitalized.
Now, some of you were saying, that's just smart wrestling. That's opportunistic. That's what you're supposed to do in a triple threat. And okay, fine. I hear you. But let me ask you something. Would the old Cody Rhodes have won this way? Would the guy who finished the story at WrestleMania 40, the guy who talks about honor and legacy and doing things the right way, would that Cody Rhodes have taken advantage of Drew McIntyre's chaos? Or would he have waited? Would he have let Sami and Drew settle their business and then proven he's the better man in a fair fight? Here's the thing that nobody's talking about. In that backstage interview before the match, Cody said something fascinating. He said he could either be human and angry and talk with conviction, or he could conceal his emotions and act like a golden boy for Nick Aldis. Human and angry. Those were his words. What if this is Cody Rhodes showing us who he really is? What if the desperation to get back to the main event of WrestleMania, to reclaim that WWE Championship from Drew McIntyre, what if it's changing him? What if we're watching in real time the erosion of everything that made Cody Rhodes the hero of this story? Because let's be brutally honest about where Cody is right now. He lost the WWE Championship in a 3 stages of hell match. He lost it because Jacob Fatu accidentally interfered. Then Drew McIntyre cost him the Royal Rumble, eliminated him while he was on the apron. He's been screwed. He's been beaten. He's been humiliated. And now he's 1 match away from potentially getting everything back. The chamber, the title shot, the main event of WrestleMania 42. How far would you go to get that back? But here's where my heart breaks, guys. Sami Zayn, the eternal underdog. The guy who finally earned his shot at Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble. The guy who took Drew to the absolute limit, who had the crowd in Riyadh behind him, who threw everything he had at the WWE Champion, and he lost. Again. Drew hit him with 3 claymores, mocked him, powerbombed him through the announce table, and still, Sami almost won. He got his foot on the rope. He showed the heart of a champion. But at the end of the day, Drew McIntyre retained, and Sami Zayn's world title drought continues. And now this. Thursday night was supposed to be Sami's redemption. He goes into this triple threat. He's got the weight of every near miss on his shoulders. He's 0-11 against Drew. But maybe in a triple threat with Sami and Cody Rhodes to share Drew's attention, maybe this is where Sami breaks through. Instead, he gets hit with the crossroads from behind while he's celebrating taking out his tormentor.
Sami Zayn just became the sacrificial lamb in Cody Rhodes' quest to get back to WrestleMania. Now, I want to hear from you, WrestleCore family, because this is where it gets fascinating. Hit that like button right now if you think Cody Rhodes is turning heel. Drop a comment if you think this is just smart, opportunistic wrestling. And smash that subscribe button because we are riding the story all the way to WrestleMania, and you don't want to miss a single second of analysis. Because here's what happens next. Elimination Chamber is in 2 weeks. Chicago, United Center, Cody Rhodes is in, Randy Orton's in, LA Knight's in. 3 spots remain. And you better believe Drew McIntyre is going to do everything in his power to make sure the people in those final 3 spots are wrestlers he knows he can beat. But Cody's the wild card. Cody's the one Drew doesn't want anywhere near his championship. And now Cody's in the chamber. And after Thursday night, after accepting that tainting victory, after showing he's willing to do whatever it takes, Drew McIntyre should be terrified. But let's talk about what this means for Cody's character. For 2 years, we've watched this man position himself as the babyface of babyfaces. He's the guy who does it the right way. He's the guy who respects the business. He's the legacy. He's the American nightmare who became the American dream. But what happens when the dream turns into an obsession? What happens when winning becomes more important than how you win? That's the question WWE is asking us right now, and I don't think they're going to give us an easy answer. Think about the optics for a second. Drew McIntyre interferes in the match, creates absolute chaos, tries to manipulate the finish, and Cody benefits from that chaos. He didn't ask for Drew's help, but he absolutely used it. That's the slippery slope, guys. That's how heroes become something else. And I want you to think about this. When Cody wins the Elimination Chamber in 2 weeks, and he will, how is he going to win it? Is he going to outlast 5 other men in a fair fight? Or is there going to be controversy? Is Drew McIntyre going to interfere again? Is someone going to help Cody when he doesn't ask for it? Because if that happens twice, we're not talking about bad luck or circumstances anymore. We're talking about a pattern. Listen, I love Cody Rhodes. This channel has been behind Cody since day one. We cheered when he came back to WWE. We wept when he finished the story at WrestleMania. But my job isn't to be a cheerleader. My job is to call it like I see it. And right now, I'm seeing cracks in the armor. I'm seeing a man so desperate to reclaim what he lost that he's willing to compromise the values that made him a hero in the first place. Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe Cody's going to address this on SmackDown next week. Maybe he's going to come out and say, yeah, I won, but I don't feel good about how it happened. Maybe he's going to demand a fair rematch with Sami Zayn, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think Cody Rhodes is going to take that win and run with it. I think he's going to justify it. I think he's going to say, Drew brought this on himself, and I think, slowly but surely, we're going to watch Cody Rhodes transform into the very thing he fought against. So here's my challenge to you. Let's make this the biggest conversation on wrestling YouTube right now. Drop your comments. Tell me if Cody's turning heel. Tell me if Sami deserved better. Tell me if Drew McIntyre is the smartest man in WWE. Smash that like button if you're as conflicted about this finish as I am. Subscribe because the road to WrestleMania is about to get insane. Hit that notification bell because every SmackDown from here to Chicago is going to be essential viewing. And remember, whether you're Team Cody, Team Sami, or Team Chaos, we're all in this together. This is WrestleCore, where we don't just watch wrestling, we live it. The American Nightmare just won dirty, whether he admits it or not. And that changes everything. I'll see you in the comments. I'll see you at Elimination Chamber, and I'll see you all the way to WrestleMania 42. This is WrestleCore, and the story just got dangerous.